Get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast, repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is.
What up, what up, what up? What's good with you?
What up, everybody?
All right, welcome to Stars Talking Cowboys featuring Cowboys Nikki and the Blue Cup Boys. I am one of your hosts, Sean Fox. We got Mr. Cowboy Nation on the set.
What up? What it do? I'm just sharing this to the groups right now. So
before we get started, I want to we got our first sponsor here. This first hour is sponsored by Fox's Yard Party. Fox's Yard Parties has all your signs for your birthday needs, your anniversary needs, your baby shower needs, whatever kind of yard party you need, Fox's Yard Party has it. We also have a 360 machine. Once again, this hour is brought to you by Foxy Yard Parties.
Yes, sir.
All right, how you doing, Miss Crystal? So what was you saying, bro?
I don't know if I'm getting ahead of the show or whatnot, but like we was watching the game, right? And a lot of people don't understand why we drafted Mozzie Smith. And it really was on full display. Even though he probably didn't, his stat line probably didn't look like much of nothing. But if you actually looked at the havoc he was causing in the middle, how they was having to double and triple him sometimes. And then one time they single blocked him, he basically walked the guard in the backfield with one arm. Like it just single-handed blew up a play. I was like, dude, that's why these edge dudes flying around like this. Like he is hug smashing in the middle, right? So, but like, you know, that's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. But the Mozzie Smith pick paid dividends immediately, if you ask me.
And I'm talking in my next statement. I'm not talking down on anybody with my next statement that I'm about to say, but that's the difference between watching football and knowing football.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of times we don't understand things, and that's going to segue into probably one of the first topics that we really get into discussion about. But watching football, you generally you're watching for first downs, touchdowns, turnovers. Mm-hmm. Knowing football, you're looking at schemes. You're looking at player movement. You're looking at player impact. So that's why I tell a lot of people, you know, especially when you talk to me about football, you want to argue with me about football, have your facts together. Know what you're talking about before you can convince me. Like I had to tell somebody today, you know, talking about how quote how bad Dak played. I said, but we won 40-0. What else did you want that man to do? What else did you want him to do?
Yeah.
You want him to go out there and throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns on a 40-0 win?
Like this, if you listen to Mike McCarthy and Dak, so when they interviewed Dak pregame, Dak said, we're going to do whatever needs to be done to get the dub. That's what Dak said. Before he even stepped foot on the field. Whatever needs to be done to win the game is my job, right? This defense and special teams basically gave Dak the night off. They basically gave Dak the night off. He was up 6-0 before he even got on the field, right? Like he walked on the field with a 6-0 lead.
Yeah.
Right. So what did Dak really need to do other than not turn the ball over and give the Giants life? That's the only thing Dak really needed to do was not turn the ball over. Don't do anything stupid. Don't take any chances with the ball. If we got a punt, fine. this defense has totally wrecked the game. Punt is fine. Let's pin them back and let the defense go eat. Right? Dak did exactly what he needed to do, and he actually had a couple touchdown passes. Believe it or not, if they wasn't dropped.
He had a key third down that was dropped.
He had a key third down that was dropped.
He had 2 touchdowns that were dropped.
Yeah, so I mean, Dak did exactly. I was pleased with everything but the tight ends. To be honest with you,
100%.
Yeah,
and what kills me about this is that we have to start our show off defending our quarterback after a 40-0 win.
40-0.
That is fucking amazing.
Yo, what's up, yo? Yo, hold on.
Boogie, what's up, man?
Yo, we had a 40 burger. Everybody, we have 40 burger. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
we
okay.
just renamed MetLife Stadium 40 Burger. Why are we not joyous? Why are we not joyous right now?
Exactly.
You can't.
It goes back to the earlier statement that I said. There's a difference between people who watch football and people who know football. You know, I'm sorry, but so let's get to the happy points, and then before we get to the Cowboys,
it's all happy points.
Yeah, before we get to the Cowboys,
trust me.
You know, do you think that the injury to Aaron Rodgers is going to diminish the game that's coming up on Sunday?
A little bit. It will. It will, because we were looking forward to facing Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? We was looking forward to it, and I was looking forward to it because, like I told y'all before, we got one New Jersey team down. Here comes another one. But, you know, Aaron Rodgers was a thorn in our backsides anyway for years, so I was looking forward to the game, to be honest with you. But I'm still looking forward to the game because we can't let up. Because then if we let the Jets beat us with a backup, the narrative on Monday is going to be something else. So we can't let up. We can't let up no matter what. So I'm looking forward to this game because there's some Jet fans that's in my ear right now. You know, I had a challenging 2 days, but they're still in my ear talking mess. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to bring it to y'all on Sunday. I don't care who's playing quarterback. We're going to bring it to y'all. What we did to the Giants is just an appetizer. Just wait. Just watch. I said, I don't care what that didn't do. We beat the Giants 40-0. Y'all keep talking. Y'all going to get beat 40-0. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, the smack talk here in New York, New Jersey is off the chain. So I'm looking forward to the game. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't think it's going to diminish anything. Because it's still a game we have to play no matter what. And they're on our schedule, so we got to take care of business. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's a business trip.
And you know, let's look at the last time we played the Jets. We played them in New Jersey. What happened?
Yep.
I lost some money that game, too.
We lost, and we should have won that game handily. So yeah. I'm taking nothing away from the Jets. You know, I'm taking nothing away from them. They still have a hell of a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
I mean, look at that. This whatever scheme they ran got them 3 interceptions. So yeah, I'm not going. What's up, G? What's up, Nikki?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
So with that being said, I still think it's going to be a good game, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think both of these defenses feel like they're the best defense in the league, and they're going to have something to prove.
Ooh, it's gonna be hard hitting. Both defenses love speed, so I can't wait for 4:00. Actually, I can't wait.
So you
let all the trash talk begin.
So when y'all say low scoring, like, what do you mean exactly? Like
20 to 14, something like that.
Yeah, 2014, 2017. I don't think it's going to get into the 30s. I don't think anybody's really going to get in the 30s.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like 21-10, something like that.
You just got to make Wilson pass the ball. You got to make Wilson pass the ball. They have a pretty good running game. We just have to make Wilson pass the ball.
Yeah, we have to. We have to be very aware of Breece Hall.
Yep.
Yeah. And Dalvin Cook.
And Dalvin
Cook.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, Nikki, you want to give our condolences to our listener?
Oh, yes, I can do that. Yeah, I just want to let Sylvia know that she's in our prayers. Sorry for your loss, and from all of us here at Stars Talking Cowboys, if there's anything that we can do for you in your time of need and sorrow, please reach out to us. And again, we're very, very sorry for your loss, and we appreciate you still joining us and tuning in spite of what you're going through.
Amen. So let's get back to the good. So, and Nikki, we'll let you start. What were your thoughts on the game? The good, the bad, the ugly.
I don't think it's no bad. I don't think it's no ugly. Not for this game. More shocked, surprised. I didn't expect that, to be honest, especially when they said it was gonna rain and how the weather was gonna be. Especially how the media per se, kind of hyped up the Giants, some of the things that the Giants done, with the team, with the team, especially having the addition of Waller. And to be honest, I expected Daniel Jones to be way better than what he was last night. Last night I expected him to be way better than he was Sunday night. Do I blame it? Do I blame Daniel Jones? Oh no, I don't. That O-line was atrocious for him. It was horrible. He ran for his life the whole night. But I have to give credit and kudos to our defense for that. I think this was the first time in a long time that I've seen our team play in all phases of the game. That I've seen them all step on the field with the intensity of not giving up. You know, how we kind of have the offense might play good one game and play good, and then the defense, you got to kind of drag them into it. Or the defense play good, and then the offense is, slacking. Now listen, I know a lot of people was making the complaint and saying about, I wanted to see more from the offense. I wanted to see more from Mike McCarthy's, play calling and things like that. First of all, the weather was bad. Secondly, special teams and defense put us in a position that we didn't have to do all that extra. Dak did exactly what we needed him to do. Manage the game. Don't turn the ball over. Keep our foot on their necks, and keep the game out of reach. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. 145 yards was sufficient for that game, being that how amped and how our defense stepped on the field and played. The tone setting for that game was the block field goal. That set the tone. And once that tone got set, everybody reeled in from it. And that's what you need. That's what you like. That's what you want to see. Kind of like how the Jets was last night. When Jets defense finally set the tone, they tapped in. And that's what happened with us Sunday night. Dak didn't have to feel pressure to get the ball down the field. He didn't have to do all that because defense, special teams set the tone. They did it. it was exactly how it was supposed to be. That's the type of game that I'm talking about when I say I want to see everybody in all phases of the game play. That's the type of game I'm talking about. Will we get these type of games all the time? No, we won't, because we won't play the same type of team all the time. But honestly, I did not expect that. But kudos to them. Kudos definitely to Dan Quinn. He got these boys balling. He got these boys playing. And even when we seen in the beginning how Daniel Jones was running and taking off, how, I was sitting at the house and I was like, okay, so who gonna spy Daniel Jones? Y'all gonna just let him run up and down the field? Immediately Dan Quinn fixed it. And you didn't see it that often no more. And immediately he fixed it. So that's what I'm talking about. Even seeing Turpin, Mike McCarthy put Turpin in the game and use him as a wide receiver. That's the type of shit we've been talking about. Kellen Moore. That's what we were saying. That's the things we were looking at, saying. Again, it wasn't a high. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. A lot of yards for Dak or whatever, and it didn't have to be. He controlled the game. That was all he had to do. Control the game. That's it. That's all he had to do, and that's what he did.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna add one little thing to your statement. Then we'll go on to the next. We ran 55 plays. They ran 58 plays. The average NFL game, teams are generally running close to almost 70 to 80 plays a game. So this game with the rain, it was more of a ball control game on both sides. So that things like that is once again goes back to the statement I said. There's a difference between watching football and knowing football. Okay. Mr. Cowboy Nation, what was your take from the game?
Good was definitely the defense. Bad, I would say, initially was the kicker, but he got it back in the row. You know what I mean? And ugly was the tight ends for me. The tight ends were the only bad spot in this game, right? But when you look at the team as a whole, they looked like a well-oiled machine. Like defense was playing, the tackling was on point, stripping the ball, right? Dak in the offense was efficient. Like I had no complaints from Dak because Dak needed to do nothing but not turn the ball over. Just the defense was destroying them. Just get out the way and let the defense hold the ball. Don't turn it over. If we got a punt, fine. Take some time off the clock, punt it, let the defense go hunt. Just stay out the way. And then you have 40-0, right? So if Dak don't need to throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns, then he got a night off. Good.
Right.
Good.
No, he's gonna get hurt. Right.
This is like K Boogie said. That's something to be happy about. Your quarterback.
Yes, it is.
Play so well that your franchise quarterback got the night off en route to winning 40-0. You should be
exactly. A 40 burger. Why are we complaining? It's a 40 burger.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I was like, what are y'all complaining about?
40. That has beat the Giants 11 straight games. Why are we complaining? Hey, Makuna Matata, come on. Listen, it's 40-0. It's 40. The only bad thing about the game may be the tight ends. The tight ends,
you're right. I forgot that part.
We should have won by about 60. The tight ends, they got to come to play. They got to come to play. You know what I'm saying? The tight ends got to come to play.
Two drops. That was for sure touchdowns. And and it was balls that Dak put in their hands.
Perfect position. Yeah. Perfect.
And don't forget the one on third down where we had to kick the field goal. We could have had a longer possession. So
in the shot,
we may score on that position if he make it.
Yeah.
Right. If he catches. Yeah. So I forgot about the tight end dropping the balls. That's it. I think that was just I think wasn't it? Yeah, that was their first time having that starting role. You know what I'm saying? So Maybe it was just a jitters game, but they can't do that. You can't do that. They almost made me want to call
Schoonmaker is going
Yeah,
to
exactly.
and take their spot.
Exactly.
Watch.
Yeah,
Just watch.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what they
come
finna
take
let
it
happen.
in. Yeah, he needs
I
to come
will say
take
this
it.
about Ferguson though. He did, even though he had that big drop, he had some nice key blocks in the
Block.
run.
Yeah, he did.
He has
Yeah,
nice
he
blocks.
He
Mhm.
did. He did.
Yes, he did.
So,
Yes,
but
he
he got to get them hands together though, especially on third
Yeah.
down, Jack.
That's right.
So,
That's
Well,
right.
I seen one of them. He took his eyes off the ball, and I kept saying, "You got to look for the ball." It's like he took his eyes off the ball, and he was ready to go.
You
Before
running before
he
you
had
caught
the
it.
ball
You
in
ain't
his
even caught
hand.
the ball then. Yeah.
Right.
You ain't
So
caught the ball.
he took his eyes off the ball. So yeah, but that's probably that's about the only bad spot that we had.
Yeah, I know one thing. I don't know when Wilson comes back. What we gonna do with the lineup when Wilson comes back though? Because Bell is
oh my
balling.
God.
Yeah, Bell was
Wanye played good,
balling.
so I'm like, wait a minute, what's gonna happen when Wilson comes back? I'm like, wait a minute, this team
Bell
looks a
was
little bit
balling.
fierce out there right now. I said,
I want
Wilson.
to see both of them out there.
Both of them
I
out
want
there
to see.
together.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be some hitting right there, my boy. That's gonna be some hitting.
That first hit that Bell put on Saquon.
Yes, Lord. Bell is balling. That's his new nickname
Yeah,
for me. Bell is balling, baby.
So
and I was proud of Diggs. Diggs got paid and Diggs got paid and Diggs started hitting. I was proud of Diggs.
Somebody that lit a fire. Maybe it was Stephon Gilmore, and I'll put Kenneth. I was about to say
Bell,
Mr. Bell is coming back up here, but Diggs, somebody lit a fire up under him because
Diggs was
first of all,
Diggs was playing.
Have you ever seen him go for a hit like that?
No.
Anybody.
Man.
He called a lot of flack for the killer play in the playoffs. He called a lot of flack for that, not from the media, but from former players, like former greats. They really lit into him for that because you should have laid Killer down. Yeah. In the division round of the playoffs, you got Killer. Yeah, you're supposed to knock his shoes off, Jack. And that was the exact same play. And when I saw him stick his head in there, I almost did a backflip. I said, that's what we needed last year in the playoffs. If he's willing to do that, we might be all right.
That's right.
So now that you saw the defense play like they was mad. I don't know who they was mad at. I don't know who mama got slapped, but that whole defense from the starters to every backup played like they were mad. And
every last one of them.
That goes back to now we know why they were doing what they did in training camp.
Yeah, that's why they were fighting.
Talk.
The offense was like, nah, y'all not finna do us like this.
That's right. Talk your talk, defense. That's what I like. A little trash talking.
A bunch of bullies, man. They're like a bunch of bullies.
That bully ball. But we're gonna need it anyway. We play the 49ers too. We're gonna need that. We playing week 5. We're gonna need that
to get past.
We're gonna need that.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Let's go. Bully ball is back, baby. I like that bully ball. I like it.
So I looked up the stats. We ran 30 times for just lost it. We ran 30 times for 100 and I want to say 20 yards, 22 yards. Let me get it up here. Yeah, 30 times for 122 yards, still average 4.1 yards per carry. I thought it was a very balanced game. We threw it 25 times. We ran it 30 times. I was surprised to see Turpin in the backfield as much as he was.
Yeah.
I thought that he would have been more of a slot receiver, but we see. So that should tell all of us, us and other fans watching that. Don't take for granted what you see in preseason. That's what we're going to be doing in the regular season. Because I did not expect Turpin to be back there.
Right.
Some of the we knew that the Texas coast offense was going to be a lot of quick throws. I was glad to see the pick play to CD, something that Kellen Moore never did.
Never did.
So I was thoroughly pleased with the game. I mean, I had besides the tight ends, the play calling was there, but besides the tight end drops, I had no complaints with that game whatsoever.
Except one. Except the only one I had when in short yardage, I said, okay, so we still need a power back. That's the only thing when short yards, when the tough yards come, we still need that actually short yardage back. Because there was a couple of times when I'm like, okay, this would be a place for Zeke or anybody else. They ain't even let Lemke run the ball. So I said, so what are we going to do against these tough teams when it's 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2? How are we going to actually move the chains? That's the only thing that I observed during that Giant game, even though it's the first game. So the Cowboys could have looked at it like a preseason game because our offense really didn't play. So I said to myself, okay, in short yardage, what are we going to do in short yardage? That's the only thing that I looked at and said, hey, that was the only question mark that I see.
But I think if you go to the 2 goal line plays that Tony Pollard had, his vision on the first one, actually his vision on both of them, because the play was designed to go inside on the second one, and he bounced it to outside. So I think we need a power back, but I kind of see the adjustment. The O-line, for us being in the rain, they played great themselves. Gave up 0 sacks, got us over 100 yards rushing, and we was worried, and we didn't have Tyler Smith in there.
Yeah, we were worried.
We still got to add Tyler Smith to this line, though.
Tyron Smith, as much as I rode his ass in the week, Tyron Smith he stepped on the field and he balled Sunday night. He balled Sunday night. The only other issue I had, which I hope he get it fixed rather sooner than later, is Badaz. Badaz got beat. He got beat a lot.
Bullied.
He got beat a lot. And so I hope this is kind of like the same issue I had with him last season, and about game 5, 6, and 7 is when he kind of turned on. We can't wait that long for you to do that. We can't. He kept getting blowed off the ball. He kept getting pushed into Dak. He got to get it together.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that too, you gotta realize that he was playing against one of the best defenses in the game.
Yeah, sexy Dex ain't no joke now.
I get it.
So I got to give him credit. I mean, I got to give him a little.
He got it together down the line, but I'm like, but you can't successfully do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he has another test this week too, because Williams ain't
no joke. Another big test this week.
Yeah, that's a low.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he a low.
Yeah, he a lot.
So here's a great question: was anybody surprised at the speed all the field? I wasn't surprised.
We saw that in camp, though.
But I was amazed. I was amazed, especially coming from Bell. I did not expect Bell to play as good as he played.
Yo, Bell was a beast.
I did.
Yo, Florida A&M, Bell was a beast. Yo, hey, listen, Bell was a heat-seeking missile, and he's good in pass coverage. So I watched him play. I'm telling you, I was like,
Bell was good in college.
Yeah, Bell's good, man. Bell's really good. He plays
good in college.
Fast and furious. You know what I'm saying? It's just Wanye. Wanye's the one that really surprised me.
Yeah,
Wanye surprised me. Yeah. He surprised me because I know he was at Georgia Tech, but he surprised me.
Really deserved his spot. He played like he really deserved that spot, and listening to his story made it even more like, yes, I'm so happy for him. He stepped on the field like he really deserved that spot.
Yeah, he did. And Foxy's boy, Sam Williams, tried to decapitate Daniel Turnover. I said, God. I said, whoa. He tried to take his head off. And they called offside, but he tried to take his head off. I said, I felt bad for him then. I did. I said, I know Foxy probably like, yeah, that's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. He tried to decapitate Daniel Turnover.
No,
Turnover.
So you know who set the tone for the game, right?
Yeah, I think you finna take the words right out of my mouth. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Jerron Curse on that 15-yard penalty. Yep.
Yes.
That's what set the tone. They're letting James Jones know you getting hit, buddy. You want to
when you try to
throw that ball, we laying pass on you all night. So you can get ready.
You know, one of the biggest plays in the game too was when basically Thomas was offsides and then the center missnapped the ball. It seemed like that was the turning point too, because they got a little nervous. I don't know if they were chirping on the line, but after Thomas was like called for offsides and then the center mishandled the snap, I said, you know what, something's going on with the Giants O-line right there. And then Wanya came in and blocked that kick. I was like, oh, it's about to be on and popping now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The offensive catch up.
The Giants look overwhelmed, man. That defense just overwhelmed them. Like it was when that pick six, when Diggs hit Saquon and Bland right there, you can just see it on Saquon's face, like, dude, what the hell is going on down here? Like
it took the life out of them.
Yeah, that was like, dude, we in for a long one.
Listen, they were probably upset too. The defense,
you just see it all on their face
because ESPN, Fox, everybody picked the Giants to win. Everybody picked the Giants to win, and I know they was watching it. They had to be watching because they in New York. They're like, you know what? Everybody's picking us to lose. What? And Dak has beat these cats 10 straight times. He only lost to the Giants twice his rookie year. After that, he won 10 straight, and they picking the Giants. The East Coast narrative strikes again. Like I keep telling everybody, the East Coast narrative against the Cowboys strikes again. Everybody, I'm picking the Giants. Oh yeah, I'm picking the Giants. Yeah, they got new speed on offense. Their speed on offense was a no-show.
Yeah,
there was a no-show actually. There may have been a couple breakdowns on defense where a couple wide receivers may have been open, but Daniel missed them. But overall, I mean, hey, I like what I see from my defense with the speed. Not saying the Giants improved. Yeah, they improved on paper. But I tell one of my best friends, the Giants improved on paper. You still have to play the games on the field. This is not Madden or fantasy football. And that's why everybody getting on Dak about, oh, Dak Prescott didn't do anything. We didn't need him to. We scored 40 points. Hallelujah. We scored 40 points. Why do you need your offense to put up a 60-burger to prove that to anybody?
Yeah.
If that one went out and got hurt because we're trying to, score 60 points, then that's on us, right?
Well, not only that, why do you want to give other NFL teams more film to watch on you?
Thank you.
If you got 40 to 0, why do you want to go out there and run something that's exotic? Why do you want to go out there and go deep into your playbook? I bet you Mike McCarthy, for every situation, he may have 20 plays on his his Waffle House menu. He only had to go down three. He only had to go down 3 or 4 slots on each of those categories. He didn't need to go down to play 9 and 10 in certain situations.
Yep.
A sweep to Turpin. And once we, I think here's the biggest take I took away from that game. I have never seen an NFL stadium empty in the third quarter. Have you ever seen that?
They was gone.
They the stepchild. They the little brother. The Giants are the little brother to the Cowboys, so they don't like. I'm telling you, they don't like when we go in the stadium and we take over. They do not like that at all. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't like it. They don't like it at all. But hey, it is what it is, though. I mean, they had it coming to them. The press, blame it on the press. They had it coming. They had it coming. Y'all ain't won nothing since 1995. Oh, excellent point. The last time we gave them a 0, it was in 1995 on Monday Night Football. It was 35-0. So Sunday night we beat them 40-0. I said, is that some good news for us? Because the last time we won the Super Bowl was 1995. So I said, okay, I'm starting to correlate. I'm like, from your mouth to God's ears, let's go. That's what I'm saying. Think about it. 1995, we beat them 35-0. We wound up going to Super Bowl winning. Sunday, we won 40-0. So let's see what happens. Let's see.
So, so the Cowboys blew them out. So let's talk about. You want to talk about some of the other games and what your impression of some of these other teams were?
Did y'all watch the San Diego Miami game?
That was a good game.
Oh my God!
Good
yeah,
game. That was probably like my top game for me. The top game for me, for Sunday game.
Yeah, that was the best game.
Besides our game, that was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it kept being lead changes. But ultimately, in the end, what failed the Chargers?
Play calling.
Thank you. In the end. Exactly what we complained about here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what failed the Chargers in the end.
Dude,
Kellen Moore's play calling. I was like, for the life of me, I didn't understand why he called
play
them
too. We gotta play. We gotta play Miami.
Yeah,
and they have
I'm terrified of dude, man.
Hill on the outside, so I'm like,
man, I'm tired.
I'm terrified of Tyrese, bro. I am. I'm terrified.
Man,
but I think we have the speed and the experience to keep up with him though.
Yeah,
we played them. We played them.
We're gonna have to press him to it though.
When we played Tyreek when he was with Kansas City, how did we do against him?
Pretty good. 2 times. We played against him 2 times. One time, he scored a touchdown right before half when they played in Dallas. But other than that, we played them pretty tightly.
But that was on I remember that play. That was on that.
It's like a flea flick or something.
It wasn't a Hail Mary, but it was half a Hail Mary. That's what it was.
And they had some nice blocks downfield.
Yeah.
But the second game we played against him, we had him in check. So I'm very confident in all of our secondary to keep him under wraps. He ain't gonna get no 200 yards against us.
Waddle ain't either. We got to keep Waddle in check as well. They got some good speed on offense though. They got some really good speed. They got track stars on offense. So it was a very entertaining game. I watched the Bears in Green Bay too because I had the red zone. So I was surprised Green Bay put it on the Bears. I was surprised.
I was. I thought it was going to be closer than that. Jordan Love played good. He played good. He played good.
I'll tell you what game I did watch.
I say, dang. I said the Bears. I say the Green Bay still on the Bears.
Yep. Nothing changed.
Man, I watched that Patriots and Eagles game too. And
I watched some of that too.
I watched it. I actually watched that game. Yeah, because I wanted to see how Zeke's performance would be like or whatever and stuff. So I kind of felt bad for him. Like, dang, he fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
Philly should have lost that game, but it's all
good.
Philly
should have lost their game. Yeah. If Mac Jones had some receivers, he would have beat them.
So this is Kelly. We was going to talk about this later on, but we'll bring it. We'll go and talk about it now.
Maybe we'll go straight into it.
Yeah. How do you feel about Jason McCarthy, Shannon Sharp, and Woody calling out the media's QB contradiction? And so let's just call it what it is. Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions yesterday
and one fumble.
And a fumble.
And
he's still getting a pass from a lot of the media.
Yep.
So before we go into this, for all you Dak haters out there, this question has nothing to do with Dak himself. It's the situation that we're about to discuss. I just had to get out that, before we start talking.
I would put out our disclaimer.
Man, please, y'all already know, man. It's that stupid narrative. Josh Allen he has such great arm talent. He can't do any wrong, but he throws a lot of interceptions. He actually has more turnovers than turnovers himself, but nobody even says anything. They always bring up his arm talent and what he can do out the pocket and scrambling. That's all they talk about. He can have 5 turnovers in one game and they still say, oh, he's the best thing since sliced bread. He has such great arm talent. It's like, really, dude? But he has so many turnovers, but then you don't want to talk about other quarterbacks that turn the ball over. And they don't turn the ball over as much as Josh. Yeah, one in particular. One in particular. But some of that also has to deal with the East Coast narrative, like I explained before. So, Buffalo's in New York, upstate New York. Josh Allen's on the cover Madden. You know what I'm saying? So they always find their own narrative, especially when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys and their quarterbacks. It could be Tony Romo with the same thing too, just like that. Tony Romo, he did. Tony Romo was the same thing. Eli Manning was such a more superior quarterback than Romo. I was like, what? What are y'all talking about? He has a better team, or they play better situational wise, but they're not better than us. So this whole thing, this narrative, this whole East Coast narrative about, Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback and he has arm talent, is a bunch of nonsense because they need to give him smoke. You just cost your team a game again against the Jets, but y'all don't want to bring up no smoke. Y'all don't want to give him no smoke. But if that was Dak Prescott, y'all would throw him under the bus and run him over twice.
The media would have been on, the internet would have been on fire last night. Whew. It would have been on fire last night. All the fans would have came out. I told y'all that's all he do. He'll turn over machine. But when I I was so I woke up. I normally get up early anyway for work, but this morning I got up extra early because I was like, I need to be tuned in. I need to see how this gonna go down. And it's just crazy how Woody was the only one on that show, on the early morning show. He was the only one on the show calling it out. Every last one of them up there made an excuse for Josh Allen. Every last one, even RG3. Even RG3. He's never he's always had an issue when he would go to the Jets. He always have an issue when he go to the Jets. Two of those interceptions were total. Matter of fact, all three of them were totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Josh Allen wants to be everything that the media has put him to be. He's trying so hard to fit the media's narrative of him that this is what happens. This is what he does. He have a big body. He have a big arm. He will run. I will give him that. But he always put his team in these type of situations. There's no way, no reason why the Jets should have won that game last night. Exactly. When Aaron Rodgers got hurt, that game should have been done. That game should have been blown out. And then on the flip side, it tells you how bad that the Jets offense really is without Aaron Rodgers, because with the 3 turnovers, the Jets should have already had them put the game away. If Aaron Rodgers would have been in that game with them 3 turnovers, that game would have been out of reach for the Bills. It wouldn't even been no need for overtime. Yeah. It wouldn't have been no need for overtime, even though it just wouldn't have been no need for overtime, because the Bills defense was playing okay, but they were also playing soft at some point too. It wasn't until around the end of the second quarter so that they got themselves up to speed to start doing what they were doing. But they didn't have the Rodgers would have torched them. The way they were playing in the beginning, he would have torched them, especially with the turnovers. But it's ridiculous how they sit on these shows and they constantly ride Dak. Even winning the game Sunday night, they still found a way to slide in about interceptions with Dak. Or whatever. Well, at least we didn't have to worry about Dak throwing interceptions. But goddamn it, y'all just sat up here and watch Josh Allen throw 3 last night.
To the same dude. To the same dude. Exactly. To the exact same dude.
To the exact same dude.
You threw 3 to the exact same dude.
I thought he was going to get 4 at one time. I thought he was going to get 4.
This dude about to sign a contract.
He should have had 5.
He should have. He about to get a contract extension off of 1 game.
He should have 5.
They got that boy paid.
He finna be in a Pro Bowl out there 1 game. And it ain't even close time for Pro Bowl. But he finna be in a Pro Bowl out there 1 game. And they should have had 5, and two was dropped. But at first, when it came on this morning, they were tap dancing around it. Like, of course, they went straight into the Aaron Rodgers injury, whatever. They tap danced around it. Then it was Woody that was like, oh, so we're going to sit up here and we're not going to give him the same smoke that y'all give that? Woody like, no, we ain't gonna do that. And I was like, Woody, I'm so glad you said that because I had EPS on the phone and I was calling them and they put me on hold because I was about to ask you, when we about to hear this? So yeah, I had them on hold. And then finally the lady answered and she was like, ESPN, I cannot help you. I said, oh, it's okay. I hear him talking about it. Thank you.
Nikki be on her. Well, but Curse put it out there.
He did.
Oh yeah.
He did.
Curse did. Curse put it out there. And it was a couple of more players that I seen put it out there.
Chris Cannon put it out there too. When he
okay, I thought it was a couple more players I seen put it out there. Shannon Sharp, to my surprise, he gave them he spoke up on it. To my surprise, he did.
He gonna keep it a buck. He just a Cowboy hater, but
he gonna keep it a buck now that
he's gonna keep it a buck
because he doesn't have Skip on the other side no more.
Yeah, he ain't got Skip, so him and Stephen A can't agree on everything. So when it comes to the Cowboys, one of them got to speak. Got to defend us in order for him to keep their ratings going. So let's just keep that on it too.
But let's slide from that on the flip side. What the hell was Richard Sherman talking about?
What did he say?
Did he not take his meds? Because
Richard Sherman, he sounds like a pissed off ex-girlfriend who ain't got nothing nice to say about anything. He's all on San Francisco's D. He don't even
and you playing for the Hawks.
Yeah, I'm about to say he don't even talk about it. He don't even talk about his original team.
Yeah.
But he's all on San Francisco's D and just wants to talk negative about the Cowboys. He was speaking, in essence, he was one of the ones who was saying that Dak should have been out there because we had a big lead. He should have been throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and stuff like that.
He was like, that's unacceptable to only have 145 yards. What are you talking about?
Jalen Hurts do it all the time. Jalen Hurts do it all the time. And he an elite quarterback, though.
And Joe Burrow had 82 yards.
Joe Burrow had 82 yards for a whole.
Oh, but they made an excuse. You know they had an excuse. Oh, he's coming off a calf injury. So we give him a pass. What?
Did he
just signed that big contract? You giving him a pass?
Yeah,
that's what we doing.
He just signed Saturday, the day before the game.
They gave him a pass. They gave him a free pass. Like, here's a free pass to Walt Disney. Here you go.
So where's all the people that's talking about, since we want to talk about quarterbacks money, where's all the people saying, okay, here you got a $50 million quarterback who can only throw for 80-something yards, can't even get 100 yards. Here we go. Here go one of them right here.
I say that O-line is still failing them. He still have a bad O-line in Cincinnati. I will say that. No, he still have a bad O-line in Cincinnati. But
Dak,
at the end of the day,
Dak had a bad O-line.
Dak had a bad O-line. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Joe Brewers is. I don't expect to see that from him all the time. I think this is probably one of the lowest that we'll probably ever see from him. But you can't say something about one team, about one quarter, because you can't constantly do that. But it's like no matter what Dak do, nobody is never satisfied. It's damn if he do, damn if he don't. It doesn't matter what he does. Even when he threw for 400, even when he was throwing for 400 yards a game before when the season he broke his ankle, before when he was throwing for 400 yards a game because we didn't have a defense. You know what I'm saying? It was still complaints. Still complaints. So it's just nothing this man do is right. Nothing. So that's why he said what he said. I don't have his statement in front of me, but that's why he said what he said. And some people need to go watch that interview of his brother that they did Sunday night. Some people need to really go watch that interview, and it may have you with a change of heart at some point for this man. Go watch that interview.
Yeah, once again, they not. Once again, welcome to everybody who is listening to us. This is Stars Talking Cowboys featuring Cowboy Nikki and the Blue Cup Boys. Please listen to us on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We have a YouTube station. We have a Facebook station. Facebook page. And we're here every week. So I want to go back to the Chargers Miami game. We were talking about the play calling. Now we see the difference between a Kellen Moore's offense up and down the field, scoring a lot of points. Defense don't get a chance to rest, which gives the other team the opportunity to come down the field and score, which Miami's going to do that anyway. Mm-hmm. Versus a Cowboys team that's playing defense. Defense got us some turnovers. Was it 7 turnovers? Or we got
it was 7 sacks.
7 sacks. I'm sorry, 7 sacks.
7 sacks. Yeah.
How many forced fumbles was it again?
Ooh.
How many fumbles was it?
Five fumbles.
It may have been like 5 forced fumbles.
Because I know Daniel Jones had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, 2 interceptions.
It was. Let me just pull it up. But the point of it being is that we won a game without having to run up and down the field. That was the point of my last statement. And that's what I was looking for. I was trying to see what kind of offense would we run. It was a quick timing offense, a lot of quick passes. I think one of the best passes I've seen Dak throw was when he threw that little slant to CD right behind the linebacker's ear.
Yeah,
that in the rain. If those are the type of passes that we're going to get from Dak, then that's an improvement over what we had last year. I was just glad to see us, number one, not give up any sacks. Number 2, not throwing any interceptions. And number 3, just play smart football. This is probably one of the few times I can say that, as Kelly says, Freaky Mike made some good coaching decisions and keeping the team, I don't want to say focused, but keeping the team grounded. That's probably the better word that I want to say.
The defense looked well rested, too. That's another thing, because we were sustaining drives, so the defense looked rested, so they came out and they looked faster. That's another thing, too, that, I was watching. I said the tempo of the game. I said, our defense looks rested. Micah Parsons on the sideline looking like he mad, like he just wanted to hit somebody. Y'all saw that, right? And I'm like, well, damn, he's not tired either. And so I see the tempo of the game. I said, we can get used to this. I said, we can get used to it as long as the defense is fresh in the 4th quarter. That's all we ask. Mm-hmm. That's it. Let them go ahead and ball out. If that needs to score, we can score. We got enough speed on offense to score. We got enough playmakers. But if our defense is fresh in the 4th quarter, doing crunch time, that's what we want. Let them loose. Because you can see when they get loose, they get loose. I felt so bad for Daniel Jones. No, I didn't. Not really. No, I didn't. I just like seeing our speed on the edges. I love that. Even Mozzie was doing his thing too. That's another thing too. Mozzie played really well. Everybody was bashing him doing preseason. I'm like, give the boy a chance, please. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, our defense looking good. We're gonna score points. We're gonna score some points. But I was glad that our defense had a chance to rest. And when we rest, you see what happens.
But here's an interesting stat that I've just now seen. Do you realize that we held the Giants to a 1.7 yards per pass average?
Oh, my.
I didn't realize that.
Have you ever heard of that? 1.7 yards per pass.
Hey.
Ooh-wee.
Penalties. We have 5 penalties. We have 5 penalties for 35 yards. The Giants had 6 for 72. That's not too bad, but they did play a little bit more discipline. We held the Giants to 2.6 yards per play, and I think I heard on ESPN where they said that out of 65 plays that they had, 65 plays. Yeah, they ran 65 plays. We held them to 0 or negative yards on 30 plays.
Damn.
It was balling, but Bell. Listen, I know we love Parsons, but man, Bell and the whole team was just balling. Everybody contributed. That's another thing. Everybody was contributing. So it wasn't just one person. Everybody contributed.
Yeah, that's what I said. This was a total team effort game. Like, you seen it. You just saw it. You seen it. Like, normally we have games and you see like maybe the offense did something good, but the defense came back and didn't do something good. Let them go right down the field and score or whatever. It was just none of that. It was like special teams, how they was just so into the game. And you know what? Let's give credit. Let's give props to the guy we traded for Kelvin Joseph. We swapped out. He the one made the touchdown. Yep. They ran. He scored the first score of the game. Let's give credit to him. Everybody was like, of course it was just game 1, but you seen do y'all think Kelvin Joseph would have did that? I'm just asking. So sometimes it takes, like I said from the beginning, sometimes it takes a person to come to a new scene and a change to maybe get the best out of them, and a change of scenery may have done him good. And I can't say a change of scenery have done Kevin Joseph good because I didn't hear his name Sunday.
I don't think he played.
I don't even think he played Sunday. But sometimes a change of scenery, and Dan Quinn knew what he wanted because he did an even swap. So it's something in that man that Dan Quinn seen that said, let's switch. I'll take him. It's something in him. And that's what you want. You want a player that a coach can get all that they can get out of you. They can get something from you and they can get something out of you. So you have to give kudos to him. And basically, let's give kudos to Brandon Cooks, all of them, because you know what? And Stephon Gilmore, every last one of those players we seen on the field, they made an impact to this team immediately. Every last one of them. So you have to give Jerry props on it for even making the trades and making it happen.
Yep.
So would it be fair to say that Dan Quinn is the heartbeat of the team?
Oh, absolutely.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. They love that man. They love
him. He identifies with them.
Exactly.
Yep, absolutely. Who was it? Was it Curse? Yeah, it was Curse that said he told his agent, I'm willing to take what they're willing to give me because I don't want to be nowhere else but right here. And there was other teams that called for him, and he probably could have got more, but he said,
I was surprised.
Whatever deal we need to make, let's make it happen. I want to be right here.
I was surprised for us to be able to keep all 3 of those safeties.
Yeah, me too.
Because they wanted to be here. And that's the difference in players. When you find players that want to be somewhere and be there, you're going to get the best out of them.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of the defense, though. He is. He had a pep talk. I watched a clip where he had a pep talk with all the secondary players, and he was firing them up. Well, he was like, "We the show. We the show. We prime time." I was like, "Oh, baby, it's about to be on and popping."
And we are. We're able to play. We played a 4. I want to say we played a 4-1-6 because 2 of our linebackers that play linebackers are actually safeties. And there was at one time we're calling Marquise Bell a linebacker and
hybrid shit.
But technically he's a safety.
Yeah.
So
like a linebacker.
Yeah, so this 4-2-5 is really, really working for us. I was a little bit worried about that. I was really worried that we were going to be a little light in the pants against the run, but our D line held up.
Mm-hmm.
Our D line. Now, the only thing that I am going to be a little nervous about, if we find somebody that can exploit our twist up front, our stunts up front, if somebody can hit those stunts at the right time, I'm a little concerned about that. But overall, I thought our D line played and we have a hell of a rotation.
Yeah, we got one.
We're like about 10 deep on that D line.
Yep. Yeah, they got a lot of guys that can come get you.
I wanted to see Parsons at linebacker a little bit too, just to give the offense a different look. But I have a feeling that Quinn's going to save that. He's going to save that against a team who basically is used to him lining up at DN. Because you put him in linebacker to save him a little bit, rush him a little differently. I just know that Quinn probably wants to save him because he was tired towards the end of the year too. Parsons was really tired and beat up, so we got to save him a little bit as well moving forward.
But he did a lot of working out this past year. I saw him working with boxers and running. He worked out this past offseason. So what do you think about the Stephon Gilmore effect? You think that he's having an effect on our coverage?
Oh yes.
Most definitely.
He's a veteran, former defensive player of the year. So him coming in, I was hoping that Boss Man would have stayed and be tutored by him, but hey, it didn't work out. But I know that Diggs loves him. Bland loves him. They playing well with Gilmore there. I just want to see what's going to happen when Lewis comes back with Gilmore as well. Where's Lewis going to play? See, that's the thing. We played so well on Sunday night. Gilmore had an impact, so I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do with Lewis? That's another thing, too.
Well, Lewis, I think the bigger question is what we're going to do with he ain't going to be able to take Bland's spot.
Yeah, so you ain't taking Bland out. You ain't taking Bland off the field.
No, nah. Bland is almost to that all-star level. You can't take him out right now.
So you think we can maybe get some, before the trade deadline, we can use him as trade bait?
Hopefully, yeah. I was thinking that too. I would hate to see him go, but we can't keep everybody. We have so much talent in our secondary, we can't keep everybody. That's the thing, we can't. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with Lewis? Because Lewis gonna come back in maybe 2-3 weeks. But what are we gonna do with him? Whose spot he's gonna take?
And they said Wilson's coming back, so we
what we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
But when is the last time that we were able to talk this highly about our secondary?
Yeah. I'm talking about the backups, the second
90s, not since the 90s. That's the last time we've probably been able to talk about our secondary like this. Like we have too many good players in our secondary right now. Probably the 90s. That's a good problem to have. I mean, we can show up our offensive line if we trade one of them. I mean, I don't know. It depends. But it's a long season, so let's see what happens.
All right, speaking of O-line. Is it
coming? Is it coming?
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
So speaking of
O-line. I was going to say something, but I was going to wait for Nick to say it. But Nick didn't say it yet.
So you know who Cincinnati cut, right?
Yeah.
So what y'all think?
Pick him up. Bring him on the practice squad.
It's what Jerry thinks. I would love to bring him for some depth
Yeah, for some depth.
He's a better guard than tackle. He's a better guard than tackle.
Yeah.
So I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing. But can him and Jerry actually come to grips and just talk things out though? That's the thing. Because Jerry Petty.
Do he want a job or not?
Jerry gonna say
if he want a job, then they can work it
out. I like Collins. Collins is a better guard than tackle, so we need depth on the O-line anyway. But I would bring him in. You can put him on the practice squad. But who you gonna get rid of then? That's the only thing. If you bring him in, who you gonna get rid of?
I mean,
if you bring him on the practice squad, you can call him up whenever you need him.
No, because we got a full roster on the practice squad, I do believe. We got a full roster. I think we have 16 players on the practice squad right now. So to bring him in, we have to let somebody go.
I mean, do we not need help on the O-line? I really hate to see Jason Peters. I thought that we had a chance to get him.
Yeah, I did too.
But we didn't.
He went to Seattle, right?
He went to Seattle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What you want? I mean, Collins, I like Collins. Hey, Nikki, why are you so stoic right now? You didn't say nothing about Collins yet. Is she frozen?
I think she's frozen. Yeah.
She's frozen because she got this look. Right?
He said she look at
me. Nikki look like, wait a minute. He from LSU, but I don't know about that. What's up, Nick? What's up, Nick? You don't like, can we go after Collins? You like, She like, yeah, right. Look at that.
Well, I can't say this. Nikki. You don't miss Anthony Brown, do you?
Man, listen. Oh, Jesus. All I could do is just thank the Lord. God is good.
She said, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So what surprise performances, individual performances, were you surprised at from over the weekend? Just individual players, whether it be Cowboys, any other players.
That was good.
Yeah.
I was surprised that the Steelers let McCaffrey run wild like he did. The Steelers are normally pretty decent to stopping the run. And for them to, I think McCaffrey went for $155 on him or something like that. Like you don't see
152.
Yeah, so you don't see that. You don't see that.
And Brandon Ayuk tore them up too in the secondary.
He tore them boys up.
But I was telling people Patrick Peterson he washed up. He was getting toasted. I'm like, do y'all understand? He needs to be playing safety and not cornerback.
He really need to be playing safety. I saw
he needs to play safety. He was toasted. He's toast. Mm-hmm. Brandon Ayuk may be their best wide receiver though.
He might be.
He might be their best wide receiver. Debo is a good playmaker, but he's not a wide receiver like Brandon Ayuk can run the route tree. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
For me, I think it was Anthony Richardson.
He did. He was solid.
Anthony Richardson. He stepped out on the field.
Yeah, he did.
And he played well. Actually, he played well enough for the coach should have won.
You got to slide, though.
But he got to learn. Yeah, he got to learn to slide. He got to learn to slide. He got to learn to slide, and he'll get there.
Oh, I know who we forgot to mention. Calvin Ridley. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like,
yeah. Calvin Ridley played. He played well.
I said, is he back at Bama? I was like, man, he was killing them.
He stopped gambling. Is mine right?
But hey, he got suspended for gambling. though. You can't gamble on your team, and you can't do it on the premises. God damn, he can't. I don't know why. And a lot of them gamble though. A lot of these players gamble. I don't know why, but they do.
But they don't use their own name.
I'm like, don't use your own name.
Don't use your own phone either. Don't use your own phone either. They use your own phone. You know what I'm saying? They use a friend's phone. They like to gamble. I don't know why they gamble, but maybe it's a thing that they used to doing on FanDuel or whatever, but they shouldn't be gambling anyway. But Calvin Ridley played good, though. He played really well. I was like, wow, I was surprised. He came back without a beat. He really surprised.
Yeah, that is a good see. Nobody, I didn't expect the Lions to do what they did.
Tony dropped 4 passes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And all his drops are big.
Was he betting?
All he had big drops. All his drops are big.
I was like,
Then
dude,
he
what's
had
wrong with
to
you?
Giants. I said, boy, you ain't got no business on social media. You ain't got no business
with
on
them brick
social media.
hands. That's right. You can type anything, them bricks on any arm.
Yeah, he's the reason why they lost.
Like, you need them hands to catch, not type.
And he was talking mad smack too. He was talking mad. I'm like, dude, why you on social media? You just cost your team the game and you talking smack. Yo, Bell, that's what we say. Bell is balling.
Yeah,
that's his
Bell.
new nickname. Bell is balling. Bell is balling, Daryl. That's his name. Bell is balling because Bell, he was balling. He was hitting. He was all over the place.
Oh yeah, we talked about Bell. Bell balled. He did.
Bell is balling. That's his new nickname. That's what I'm calling him. Bell is balling. He went number 14, and I forgot. I'm like, oh damn.
Clark played well too. Clark.
Yeah,
He played
Clark
well
did.
too. I liked how he showed up them edges. Those edges was kind of scaring me at first, but they got that under control. That's what I like the most about the game. Like I said with Dan Quinn, he recognized things immediately and he fixed it immediately. It didn't snowball until the end of third quarter, fourth quarter. He fixed it immediately.
Yeah, because once we were in that first quarter, I saw Danny Dimes running as much as he did. I was like, damn, we're going to have to put a spy on him. And he brought Bell in there, and that just neutralized the whole thing. So, going back to the question of is Dan Quinn the heartbeat of the team? I'm glad that we have 2 quote head coaches on our squad. I definitely think that they even each other out. And for the players to, I still go back to the game that marked that Mike was out and Quinn called. The players on the offensive and the defensive side, when they came off the field, they ran to Dan Quinn and high-fived and so forth and so on. So, Jerry, if you're listening, do whatever you got to do to keep Dan Quinn in house.
Man, whatever you got to do.
Ham, under the table, in the table, over the table, under the whatever you want to do.
Over the table, through the table, whatever you need to do.
We got to keep him, man. It's just some coaches, players just love to be around. That's how Jimmy Johnson was too. The Cowboys love playing. There was players that love Jimmy, and I can say the same thing about Dan Quinn. They love Dan Quinn, man. They love that man. They loved him. He'd be taking boxing classes with them, doing everything with them. So we got to keep him around. We have to. We gotta love him. We gotta love to stay here with the Cowboys if we can.
So let me ask y'all this. Let me switch gears for a minute. Let me ask y'all this. So y'all remember it was 3rd and long in the game, right? And they got Brandon Cook singled up on one of the rookie corners, and he drew the flag on. Did you see the veteran move to draw the flag?
Yeah.
So on that, I think there's an element. That's an element that Cooks is gonna bring to this offense that's really gonna help us in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Like that third and long, we really should have been punting, but he duped the rookie into
running into him.
Yeah, he made the rookie ran into him and boom, first down Cowboys. Right. So I think Cooks can possibly be better for Dak than Amari was. Just because Yeah. We know how good Amari was for that, but Amari wasn't doing that. Amari wasn't getting free first downs on rookie corners. Yeah, now was he breaking ankles? Sure he was. Yeah, but he wasn't doing that though.
He not only was he breaking ankles, he was breaking ACLs. Ask the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ask Philadelphia. I mean, he broke old boy down. Boy. Yeah, he broke old boy. I said, man, he tore that boy ACL up, Jack.
It's gone. Oh man, but I like Cook's speed though. His speed is one of a kind for our team, and he's going to help out Lamb. He's going to definitely help Lamb out, single cover Lamb because of his speed over the top. So you can't double Lamb now. You can't double him. So having actually another veteran and having a game breaker. You know what I'm saying? Is what we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was hoping that Tolbert would get some run. Yeah, I just need somebody to stretch the field a little bit because no more bracket coverage, no more sitting lamb down and everybody bracketing him. I hated that. No more of that. Damn. So let me ask you a question. So on that almost touchdown pass to Lamb, was that a drop or an overthrow?
Overthrow.
Okay. Somebody said he dropped. I'm like, nah, that looked like an overthrow to me. That was not a drop. That was an overthrow.
Yeah, it was an overthrow, and
talking about the one with in the end zone.
Yeah, that was an overthrow.
It was an overthrow.
Ball was wet.
But it was raining.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to throw a football when it's wet.
Exactly, and it was coming down. It was pouring rain.
Yeah, it was pouring down.
Yeah,
and this is no excuse.
It was heavy. Somebody said the ball. What was it? They said the ball was real heavy.
Oh,
yeah, the balls are heavy. So you had Joe Burrow played in the rain. 45%.
Yeah, that's who said it. Joe Burrow said the ball was really heavy. It was heavy.
Daniel Jones played in the rain, 53% completion. Hell, Patrick Mahomes. So, and I love my boy Jeff. I wish Jeff was on here.
Jeff was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be.
We had a little discussion about Dak's completion percentage in that game. Do you realize that Dak had a better passing completion percentage than Patrick Mahomes did?
Wow.
Yep.
And that was only warm up.
Yep. So, I hate to keep beating the dead horse, but I took no offense to the offense on what they did on Sunday, none whatsoever. And I say that just because we won 40-0.
Shit. Won 40-0.
40 burger.
And then, like, you listen to Mike going into the half, we up 26-0, I think, at half. So there was she was interviewing him, like, so what do you tell your team that's up 26-0, right? Mike said, first and foremost, we're gonna take care of the ball. That's what I'm telling them. We're gonna take care of the ball. We're not gonna turn the ball over. We're not gonna get him life. We're not gonna get him momentum. We're gonna take care of the ball. That's first and foremost. And you saw with the play calling, like Denver took little to no chances with the ball. Right, everything was safe, everything was conserved because there was no need to take risks with the ball. Like the game was pretty much over at the halftime. All we had to do was not let them back in.
It was raining too. I mean, why?
Yeah,
that's why I can understand why some fans wanted us to be more explosive. It's raining and the ball's wet. Why take chances now?
Why take chances?
Why? We up 26-0. You have nothing to prove. Save some of that for the Jets the next weekend. So I don't know. Listen, I think we played a good half. Second half, I don't know why some of the fans was upset because we didn't score 60 points. Or Dak didn't throw for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Whew. Lord Hammer. 40 burger. Can we all say 40 burger? I'm saying, I'm like, who went to bed mad? And who woke up mad? Is that Jeff?
There he goes. There he is.
There he goes.
You must have heard your ears must have been ringing.
Burning.
Nah, got my green cup boy going on right now.
You got a green cup, bro? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Of course I got a green cup. Why wouldn't I?
He got a green cup.
All right, so Jeff, welcome to the show. We'll go ahead and give you your 3 minutes of glory with the Eagles here. Go ahead and talk about it.
It's not much glory. Let's be really honest. I mean, we got a dub, right? But that was a C minus performance. So, I mean, there's not really much to talk about. We got lucky. Game plan was trash. I'm almost certain that Nick Sirianni was calling the plays, that they did not let Brian Johnson call the plays. Injuries, man, I don't really have a whole lot of positives on the offensive side to go off of. Defense looked okay. The D-line looked good, but middle of the field looked bad, especially after N'Kobe went out. So saving grace, again, we came out with the win. That's it.
But at this time of the year, defenses are generally ahead of offenses, unless you're the Miami Dolphins. And
yeah, of course, especially when some of them actually play in preseason.
Yeah. So you said you give your team a C.
C.
How did you feel starting out when you saw that pick six? By the way, I did watch your game. By the way, so I was interested to see what.
Of course, I watched part of yours, and then I got tired and went to bed. I mean, it is what it is, bro. I'm an old man. I got to go to sleep. You hit that 10 o'clock, timeout phase, and it's just time to go. No, I mean, after the pick six, I was happy. I was elated. I was like, oh, here we go. And then there was, Devontae's touchdown. But then after that, it kind of fell flat. And I read an article today about the parity between last season and how it started and this season, how it's starting so far, and exactly what we have coming up. So we played the Lions, and there's some very eerily similar storylines from the Lions game to the Pats game. And then now we play the Vikings again, week 2, except on a Thursday, not a Monday. So I don't know, man. This is going to be a weird one. And the Vikings weren't really inspiring against the Bucs, even though Kirk Prescott put up like ton of points in fantasy. So
yeah, I heard the little jab. I got the little.
Who cares about fantasy?
No, the Kirk Prescott thing.
Whatever. Whatever.
It's what we're supposed to do, Boogie. We're supposed to talk schmiz, man.
What I tell you about that, man? I ain't even worried about that. 8-3. That's all I got to tell you. 8-3. That's it. That's it. 8-3. I already told you already. 8-3. I ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, if we're gonna only talk about regular season, congratulations, my guy.
It's all good. Hey, for right now. That's for right now. Here we go. I went through this already with my friend that's a Giant fan, and you see what happened. Y'all keep talking. We gonna settle this pretty soon anyway.
We're always gonna talk, regardless, and it's reciprocal every year. It's cyclical.
Yeah, boy.
We're just gonna keep doing it every year.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it, and we're gonna revisit, and we're gonna end it, and we're gonna revisit every year.
Hopefully, we see y'all in the playoffs, though. That's what I want to see. NFC Championship game in Dallas. Ooh, I want to see that. That's what I want to see. That's right. Y'all have a first place schedule this year, buddy. You don't have a second place schedule this year, buddy.
We have the ultimate first place schedule.
Exactly. Yes, you do. Especially the last 8 to 9 games. So, hey,
I don't know.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Who knows?
I mean, it's a long season, but when I saw you guys schedule, like K Boogie said, that last stretch that you guys have, that's going to be a gauntlet for you guys.
It's a tough stretch right after the bye, but then it eases up the last 4 or 5 games. So like the last 3 games, we played the Giants twice and the Cardinals.
Okay.
So hopefully, if things go well, we can. I don't even want to talk beyond week 18. Honestly, like I don't like to predict out that far. We're in week 1. I really don't like to go past midseason at this point because there's too many intangibles, too many different things that can happen, injuries, the schedule is across the board. I don't like making predictions like we're going to the playoffs now. Like, come on, save it.
Yeah. So we had our, me and you had our little discussion earlier about the when you put up the stats of Jalen and Dak. And I took no offense to it. Believe me, I took no offense. I think my statement was
I didn't expect you to.
Yeah, my statement was more for those individuals, and it was really towards Cowboys fans, by the way, who expected Dak to do more in a I don't want to say a meaningless game, but a blowout game. So if Jalen Hurts was, if Philly was in the position that the Cowboys were on Monday night and you were up 26-0, would you expect Jalen Hurts to put up daunting numbers or to finish the game out like the Cowboys did and play very conservative?
Oh, definitely conservative. Would I expect to put numbers beyond that point? No, I'd expect a lot of running to happen. Exactly. Right? I'd expect, in your case, Pollard, Dottle, and Vaughn to just be running, right? Maybe hit some shallow crosses to your tight ends, but I wouldn't expect many deep shots. I keep it slow, small chunk plays, and just burn the clock.
And I think my last question to you is I know you saw the pictures of the Giants Stadium being empty in the third quarter. as a division rival, how did that make you? What were your thoughts when you saw that?
Are they the new Commanders? Commodes, whatever. I mean, that's
Commodores.
Commodores is giving Lionel Richie a bad name, right? We got to call them the Commodes, right? Because they're dropping poo on their people, man. Come on, bro.
Literally.
We're gonna do. We're gonna say like $100 million improvements to the stadium. Too little, too late. Are we language restricted on this one?
No, not really.
It's a real shitty situation down there at FedEx Field, literally and figuratively, right? Like that's what that reminded me of. Like that's pathetic that you'll be leaving that early.
They had no choice, man.
Yeah. So give us.
You have a choice. You sit there and eat it.
No. They're not doing that. No.
Like staying till the job is done. Period.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not happening.
So,
not here in New York, New Jersey.
And I'll tell you why. Like, not necessarily in that game, right? But I went to a baseball game a few years back when I first met my wife, and the team was down by 3 going into the 7th inning stretch, right? My mother-in-law was like, "Let's go home," and I was like, "No, let's stay." Get a walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the 9th. Like that's the kind of thing. Like that's why you don't leave. You never know what you're going to see. You know what you're going to miss. Some historical moment could happen, either good or bad, right? Why would you miss that? You paid for the game. Why wouldn't you stay for the whole thing? Yeah. Like I'm going to the Eagles game Monday night, week 3, right? I'd be damned if I'm going to leave early. I don't care how good or bad that game gets. I'm staying there the whole time.
It was raining too. Traffic was bad, so they wanted to get a head start on traffic.
Weather doesn't affect me, man. I'm different. Weather don't affect me. I've been in all different types of weather, bro. Good, bad, and indifferent.
Yeah, there was one fan that took off his jersey in the rain, threw it down and left. He threw it down and left. I was dying. I was laughing. I said, "Oh my God." He was mad. He threw his jersey down and he left. Shameful. I'm like, really?
Shameful. That's what that is.
Shame. Yeah.
That's like watching Skip Bayless throw that Prescott jersey in the trash after that one game last season or 2 years ago, whatever it was. That's shameful.
No, Skip Bayless is he's a fair weather fan. I don't even consider him a fan.
We get it, bro. I still have a Nnamdi Asomugha jersey hanging in my closet, right? Like
we were supposed to get him too. I was mad that he signed with the Eagles and not the Cowboys that year.
I
wanted Nnamdi too.
I was mad till I saw him play. I was mad till I saw him play over there.
I don't know what happened.
We were happy until we saw him play.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I know Sean asked me, said, what was the most surprising performance for the weekend? Joey?
Yeah, what was your – so, just in the NFL in general, what player surprised you this weekend with their performance?
Joey Burrow. That was absolutely god-awful. Less than 100 yards, first time in his career. Like, I get it. There's elements there, and I get it. You didn't play preseason because you had a calf strain, but how many other quarterbacks didn't play in the preseason and didn't put up more than 1 point in fantasy. Right now, I get it; it's just fantasy, right? But it's a metric to base it off of. But dude had less than 100 yards.
Out of 32 starting quarterbacks, he had the absolute worst.
I'd have to look at numerically, right, by production. But if you look at percentages, I don't know. And that's kind of what I mentioned in our post, Sean, was they had mentioned that Dak's completion percentage, I think, was lower than anybody else in the NFL this weekend. I'm not sure about it, right?
No, it wasn't. I just spoke about that. Okay. Patrick Mahomes was worse than that.
Oof. That was not good.
Yeah. So that's
that guy.
I'll bring it up in just a second. I just pulled it up. So while you guys are talking, I'll bring up the.
He went from Super Bowl hero to GOAT that quick.
Bro.
Super Bowl hero to GOAT that quick. I said, damn.
He was not ready for that smoke on socials either. Deleting his ex account real quick, but only lasted 4 days, and then he came back talking all sorts of shit. Telling Giants fans, hey, like, bro, didn't you just delete your account because you just got all that smoke, man?
Hey, that's what they do, man. He's a young kid, so that's what they do.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it.
All I know is that Calvin Ridley surprised me again. I just can't get over his performance. Calvin Ridley was out there balling like he never left.
Honestly, no surprise. Wow. I mean, he was a top 5 receiver in Atlanta. Then he got hemmed up for a year. And then I saw what he was doing in preseason. I immediately drafted his butt in fantasy. I was like, oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah. He was like, why would you go out and reach for him? I'm like, okay, you say that now.
He was killing it in camp.
I remember when I was reaching for Patrick Mahomes his rookie year, and he absolutely balled out. And then people was like, what did this guy know that we didn't know? I mean,
I got Calvin Ridley too. I picked him up in one of my leagues too. I picked him up in one of my leagues.
I picked him on FanDuel this weekend too. I won like $2. My man.
So you'd be surprised who led the league this week and completion percentage. Anybody want to take a guess?
Jordan Love.
Well, he was one of the worst.
Really?
Anthony Richardson.
Try Ritter from Atlanta.
Really?
83.3. 83.3.
Wow.
I would have never guessed.
How many attempts? 10? 12?
I know Kyle Pitts got nothing. Hold on, let me look at what Kyle Pitts got.
How many attempts?
I'll get it to you in just a second. Hold on. Let's see. Boom.
Kyle Pitts had 2 receptions for 44 yards.
We need to trade for him right now.
So Riddler had. Where's he at now? I just had him.
Jordan Love was. What do we do? What's his numbers here?
Riddler was 15 of 18.
Yeah, 15 of 18, 115 in the tub.
See, that's Danny Dimes from last year, right?
Danny picked a good year to play decent. That's for sure.
Yeah, he got paid for it too.
And then they restructured him within 5 months.
Yeah, for some
so let me ask y'all this. Daniel Jones got a lot of flack, right? But was it more so Daniel Jones or was it the O-line?
Both. It was a little bit of both.
Both.
So I read an article here. And somebody in New York seems to think that the Giants were trying to feature Danny more so than they were trying to feature Saquon.
I can see that.
I missed that. Oh, that's right. I ain't bought paper in 2 days. But they're trying to feature him. Why? Because of the contract?
Yeah.
They're trying to say that to show that he had taken another step from last year to show why he deserved that contract.
Wrong time to do that.
So they're gonna do it in the rain
against Dallas,
against a division rival.
Knowing that Thomas has problems with Parsons, knowing your left tackle has problems with Parsons, and you're gonna do okay. That was smart. That was smart. That was smart. And then you got Law on the other side, basically causing havoc. So that was smart too. They should have ran the ball more if that was the case.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a coach and I know the Cowboys have some issues stopping the run, why would I pass the ball? I'm gonna try to run it down their throats to see if they can stop it, then play action pass.
Game plan.
Oh well. I guess we find out next time we play him.
Well, the Giants coach was supposed to be one of the most genius offensive coordinators out there. So speaking of coordinators, do you miss your offensive coordinator now from last year, Jeff?
It's too early to tell. Okay. So, I mean, here's the thing, right? So Brian Johnson has known Jalen since he was 4. So he's been with him. He knows him well, right? He was under Shane Steichen. So he knows that system well. I really don't. Let me put it like this, right? There was a point in the game in the third quarter where I watched 2 full series of them in the same base shotgun formation with no motion and barely changing any route concepts, whatever. And they ran that for literally 2 series and didn't change anything and expected something decent to happen out of it. I don't think they ran the ball once out of that formation. That, to me, screams Nick Sirianni prior to Steichen taking over the play calling 2 years ago. I just don't see – maybe that was, okay, Brian, I didn't see you getting much done in the first half. Let me take it over and see if we can make something happen. But it got worse, honestly. So – I can't say I miss him yet. It's just too early. It's too early to tell. And again, it's week 1, right? The usage was terrible, admittedly, from the staff. The fact that they didn't do anything in preseason, they admitted was a problem, which we all said it, but we're just fans. But to be determined. We should know in the next couple of weeks, for sure.
I don't think that I don't think I'll see the same. I don't think we'll see the same offensive output from the Eagles in week 2 that we did in week 1. And same thing I say about the Cowboys. I think that we're going to see a different offense from both of those teams.
Completely. I think Jalen was way too conservative. I think Jalen played way too conservative. It was a completely different style from him. One that he's not well. And I would put part of that on Bill Belichick too, right? Belichick did a great job scheming and disguising. He's a defensive-minded coach, so he's always done well. But these next 2 weeks, just like you said, is going to be completely different. And that's what
play the Vikings. That's kind of what
yeah, I'm saying against the Vikings.
They got a get-right game. That's a get-right game.
Yeah, that's a get-right game.
We're favored by 7 at home right now. Right now, the line is we're favored by 7. At home, and then we go down to Tampa on a Monday night after that. So we get a mini bye week right after that.
So do you think the loss of Dean will hurt you guys?
To an extent, yeah. I mean, he's young, but he's got speed going east and west. He was pretty good at picking up, what the O-line was doing and be able to find gaps that he can exploit. But we did just we signed Nicholas Morrow today. I wouldn't be surprised if we start looking at veterans out there to take a look at. I know Dean's only going to be out 4 weeks, but that middle was pretty soft, and that's not a good thing, especially this week going against TJ Hawkinson. That makes my hair hurt thinking about that.
Y'all own Cousins though. Y'all own him.
I mean, Kirk Cousins. also too, it is prime time, so primetime Cousins, and we kind of know what to expect. It is at home, right? So I mean, there isn't anything favorable, but I don't really have a whole lot to go off of from last week, so I have to kind of, temper my expectations a bit.
I know one thing. If this game is close, you should probably be concerned when you see us. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna go and put that there.
Shots fired.
Y'all should roll.
I already
y'all
know
should roll
your defense is for real. I said it last year. Your defense is for real. I've never knocked the fact that Dan Quinn has that side of the ball absolutely balling out. It's the other side that I'm just not sure about yet.
Lord, listen, when Schoenmaker comes out there and plays tight end, it's going to be a different look. It's going to be a different look. I'm telling you right now, just watch. He's going to be, to me, the secret weapon in the second half of the season. Schoenmaker. I'm telling you right now, just watch. Because his speed, he runs a 40 and 4.5. He's 6'5", 255, 260. I'm telling you. And he can block. Yeah. He just wasn't utilized right in Michigan. I'm telling you, just watch. Just watch what I tell you. Because that likes to throw to tight ends a lot to open up everything else. And so when he starts to develop that chemistry with Schoenmaker, you'll see the offense. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch, baby.
I'm watching.
I know you always watching. You always watch. You like the watcher. Man. You always watch.
That sounded weird.
No, there's a rap song called The Watcher. There's a Jay-Z.
I know.
And
yes, I know.
The Watcher. An old
Drake, you know what I'm saying? I know. I got it. It was off 2000.
Damn. We're not calling you no pervert. You just calling you The Watcher.
I just take little rib shots, bro. I take little rib shots wherever I
can. Oh man, the Philly love and the Cowboy love.
It's in my DNA, bro. It's in my DNA to take those little shots wherever I can.
Whatever. Hey, question. Do you guys think the Commanders are going to be better than the Giants after week one's performance?
No.
I mean, based on what we saw, they already are.
Nah.
It's not. I get it. It was Arizona, right? And Arizona is Arizona, right?
A shitstorm right now.
I mean, that guy fucking. Do you have fire in your gut? Did you take the bus? Like, what the hell? What are you even talking about, bro? But no, honestly, it's too early to tell. But that was not a good look by Dayball and the Giants week one. I mean, that's demoralizing, honestly.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they
watch what they do to Arizona though. Watch what they do to Arizona.
They're gonna get the right game.
Yeah, they're gonna roll Arizona. Game. Yeah, they're gonna roll.
If it's dry and Dayball, puts his chin down, he may just run through them real quick.
Yeah.
You know what it was? The Giants got smacked in the face and didn't fight back. That's what they laid down. As soon as we gave them that uppercut, they didn't fight back. And that was the problem. That was the problem.
19-0, like real quick. Like it probably just spun around and you're like, what the fuck just happened here?
I gotta tell everybody, we kind of talk about defining moments. My defining moment in that game was the very first penalty that when Kurtz hit Danny Dimes on that penalty. To me, that was a defining moment in the game. And I'm going to tell you why. When I was a defensive coordinator, I was a defensive coordinator for a semi-pro team. I told a couple of my linebackers, I'll take one personal foul hit and, don't do nothing dirty, but I'll take a personal foul hit in the first quarter to let them know that we're coming. And it's usually on the first series. So when I saw that, I said, "Yeah, this is going to be one of those games," And I'm pretty sure nobody got on Kurtz for that. Now I didn't want Danny to get hurt. So I don't want nobody thinking that I'm a headhunter type of person. But that to me was a defining moment. Actually, it was two defining moments. That and the play of Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
That hit he put on Saquon, and when he chased the receiver down and caused that forced fumble.
Yeah.
Those moments, those 3 moments stood out to me because that let me know the mentality of the team.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Do or die, baby. We gotta bring it. Do or die.
All right, so we gotta go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, so that Diggs play though, like that said a lot to me as well because the game was pretty much out of reach, right? Yeah. So if him to still be playing with that type of effort, I was like, I said these boys don't want to give up nothing. I said we might get this shutout. You know what I'm saying? I said these boys, they don't want these boys to have a crumb off the table. Like I hadn't seen that. I hadn't seen that from them in a long time.
All
Statement game, baby.
Yeah.
So let's take the last few moments of this last little segment of the show to give our thoughts on the upcoming games of the week. Obviously, the first game of the week is this Thursday night with the Vikings and the Eagles. We don't know we don't have to ask Jeff who he thinks is going to win. But Jeff, what's your take? What's your take on that game, Vikings Eagles?
I mean, again, like I said earlier, man, it's primetime Kurt. I think we're going to have a team. I know it's a short week, and I know there were some injuries. Bradbury being out is kind of a problem. But, last year when Slay went up against Jay Jetta, he shut him down. So the only thing that we have to really be concerned about is Madison, whatever his name is.
Madison,
yeah. Him running the ball. I think the Vikings defense is booty. So I think that'll give us kind of Mr. Cowboys were saying, give us a chance to bounce back a little bit and build some confidence back in the team. I like us to take it.
All right. Who wants to take I'm just gonna go down the line and then we'll Jets Cowboys. Nikki, you want to take that?
Yeah, I can. Of course, I'm gonna go with Cowboys, and not just because they're my team, but because of the Jets quarterback situation. I think that put us in a advantage alone. Now, I will say, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be a real good defensive game because whether you like it or not, Jets do have a good defense. Their corners are ball hawks. So that was, one of the things that I said, last night, and I hope that they were paying attention to. But I still think because of the quarterback situation, and if our defense is continuing with the play that they left from playing like with the Giants, I still think we should win that game. And it's at home, and it's home opener, so it's going to be crazy at AT&T Stadium.
Yep.
I mean, you are favored by 9.5 right now.
Right. And
it went from 3
up to 9.5.
It's up. Yeah, it's up. It's up to that now.
A couple.
It was 3.
It was 3.
No, it went from like 3 to 7.5. Now it's 9.5.
Yeah, it went to 8.5. Then it went to 9.
But did you see Wilson play? Man. That's why Wilson can't really move the ball. If the Jets don't run the ball, Wilson's not going to actually pose a threat.
Nah, yeah, Wilson don't want none of that smoke, right? Wilson not taking it.
It might be another 7-sack game or whatever.
All right, let's go to Raiders Bills. Who want to grab that one?
Raiders Bills. Oh.
What they playing? An interception feast.
They're playing it in Buffalo. Got Garoppolo, who's now the heartbeat of. He's the heartthrob of Las Vegas now. The team loves him.
The Bills are favored by 9.5 points.
Yes, they are.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know, man, because Josh McDaniels may be familiar with them, right? So they may come out and play.
I think Josh Allen have a bounce back game, though.
I think so too. I think that's what they want. Right. I think that they want Josh Allen to have a bounce back game, but Josh McDaniels may be familiar with Buffalo. Right. So
it might be a close game.
It might be a close game
because the Raiders can run the ball. The Raiders can run the ball, and the Jets ran the ball pretty well against the Bills. So that's going to be a close game.
Yeah, but I think I'll take Buffalo. I'll take Buffalo close in the low.
All right, so we got two quarterbacks who struggled this past Sunday: Ravens and Bengals.
In Cincinnati.
In Cincinnati, yeah. A division rivalry game. Cincinnati's favored by 3.5.
Who favored by 3.5?
Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's at home, so they're only getting half points. It's a wash.
Dobbs got hurt. Their running back.
That's right. He
Ravens,
did.
Ravens running back is hurt.
Yeah, but man, Ravens got to stay with the running backs though. They better run the ball. I don't know, man, because I don't know. Can they protect Joe Burrow?
Right. That's gonna be the problem.
Yeah, because Baltimore still got a pass rush. They still got a front seven. The secondary may be a little
suspect.
But if you getting home, a good front to make an average secondary look solid. You know what I'm saying? If you get there. So I don't know if they can protect Burrow, then I give them a shot. But if not, I think Baltimore gonna pull them out.
Got Chiefs and Jaguars. Now
that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, this game is a game to me that I was kind of saying, Chiefs want to bounce back, but I don't take nothing away from Doug Peterson.
Right.
He's got those boys balling. I actually picked the Jaguars over the Chiefs.
Playing that.
I will
play
Jackson.
They're it's my upset special.
KC's -3 right now.
Yeah.
KC's favored as a road favorite by 3.
Well, don't forget Jacksonville almost beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll get Travis Kelce back. And they got
Travis Kelce. Chiefs that have Travis Kelce and Chris Jones back.
Yeah. That's a difference maker right there. That'll make you think a little bit.
That's a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget the Jacksonville Jaguars almost beat them with them in the game last
year.
No.
Yeah, I think all of us agree this is not going to be a cakewalk for
this is going to be. I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars on this.
I got Jacksonville. Yeah, this is my upset special of the week right here.
Yeah,
I got Jacksonville.
So it is a 1:00 game in like North Florida, right? So it's warm down here. So I might give a nod to Jacksonville on that one too.
All right, we got Titans and Chargers.
Oh man,
Chargers are favored by 3 on the road.
Chargers, they look nasty.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Chargers on this one. Tannehill, he didn't look good Sunday. He another one threw multiple picks.
Yeah, he threw a pick party too.
Derrick Henry didn't even run the same Sunday.
Yeah,
it looked like they missed something though.
He got another victim though. They're still on
right. He did.
Yo, he's a big dude. He's a big guy.
Man, I didn't even look for angry runs this week. If Trigger gave him the angry run or not.
The Chargers going to score like 35 points on the Titans this week.
I mean, they got Kellen Moore, so
they're gonna light them up. There'll be a whole bunch to a little.
They're gonna light them up. They want to make a statement too that they played hard against Miami and they lost. So I think the Chargers going to beat them.
All right, so we got Falcons, Packers. Both are undefeated. Both are.
It's gonna be the game right here.
That's another good game.
That's gonna be the game right there.
2 young quarterbacks. They're playing in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay's favored by 2.
1.5.
But see, you know what? Green Bay has 8 first round picks on their defense, and their defense played pretty well against the Bears. And Jordan Love did not play that badly. I'm gonna go with the Packers. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one.
I think I'm gonna pull for the Packers too.
I got the Packers on that one as well.
I think I might take Atlanta on this one.
Why? Because of Bijan?
No, I don't know, man. There's something about him. I don't trust Ritter, but with Pitts and Bijan and Tony Algiers, like that's.
Yeah, they they ran the ball
They got a
well.
stable.
Falcons
and then I think Cordell Patterson comes back this week too.
Yeah.
Is he playing?
I think so.
Is there enough room for him to play?
Return. I mean, he could be Pac-Man Jones again.
All right. How about Lions Seahawks?
Oh shit, that's easy. That's the Lions.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the
Lions on that.
I think Geno Smith is going to revert back to his old self.
I think
Geno Smith is
we're doing that. It's 2023, and we are saying we're absolutely taking the Lions over the Seahawks. Like what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's an ex-Cowboy, so he got the boys playing right now. And then they upset KC too on the road, first game of the season. They're playing with a lot of fire. Their secondary is playing lights out right now. So I don't know. Geno Smith is going to actually revert back to his old form, if you ask me. So that's why I'm picking the line.
All right, we got the battle of the rookies down in Texans country. You got the Colts and the Texans. As much as I just, I'm gonna pull for the Colts on this one, and the only reason why I say that is because the Texans, they are truly, really rebuilding. They've been rebuilding for a few years. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to give the Colts a little nod on that one.
Hey, how did Dalton Schultz do and Noah Brown do last week? How did they do?
I'll find out after we pick these games. but I would have rather had Schultz to catch them passes than
true.
Schultz would have caught them ball. He would have caught at least one of them.
But I miss Schultz.
Yeah, Schultz would have caught at least one of them. But at the same time, you got it was game one for those young fellas. They first time stepping in the spotlight. So I'm gonna give them a pass. I'm gonna see what they do this week.
Yeah. Okay. We only got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna run through these last ones here. Bears and Buccaneers.
Oh man.
Bears and Buccaneers. Well, I said Bears and Buccaneers.
I'm
Bucks didn't play that badly. That's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I don't know. I feel like Justin Fields and them will bounce back on this. I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Where's the game being played?
In Tampa.
Tampa Bay.
At 1
I'm going
o'clock.
with the Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks on that one.
The only reason I'm taking Tampa, like Baker Mayfield actually played a fairly decent game.
He played well.
Their defense, like the Bucks defense, was kind of showing out a little bit.
Yeah,
so
they did.
I'll definitely be watching that game intently because I want to see schematically what they do, because that's going to give us a lot of time to prep with. Was it like almost 12 days off before we play them again?
Okay. We got Giants and Cardinals. I think we already talked about that one. Giants are favored by 5.5 already. We think the Giants can pull that off.
Yeah, that's right.
So to me,
Cardinals in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So now that Rodgers is out, in my opinion, this is the game of the week: the 49ers and the Rams.
You think so?
Game, yeah. Another division game. Rams went into Seattle and smacked them around. 49ers went into Pittsburgh and smacked them around. They're going to be playing in LA. It's a state rivalry game. It's a division rivalry game.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the game of the week. And I'm
San Francisco is favored by 8 as a visitor, by the way.
Who?
But Seattle
favored by
Seattle was favored over the Rams last weekend.
Yeah.
That's fair. We didn't know who they were. Right, we didn't know how Stafford was going to come out.
Yeah,
and look
we didn't know how he was going to identify with his team.
Yeah.
Now I'm going with the 49ers on that one.
I'll go with the 49ers too.
Yeah, I'm going 49ers too.
I think 49ers, yeah.
All right, so we got Commanders and Broncos.
Russell, can you do it for me?
Let's
do it for me one time, Russell.
Both away.
Is he going to be Mr. Unlimited this week or no?
I don't know.
It's in Denver, right?
Yeah, it's in Denver.
Yeah, give me Denver
by 3.5.
Yeah. Give me
so here's going to be another good game. The Sunday night game, the Dolphins and the Patriots. The Dolphins are actually favored by 2.5 points.
Yeah, I got Dolphins winning that one.
Man, too much heat for the Patriots. I got the Dolphins.
I'm going Patriots.
Ooh, you going Patriots? Okay.
Okay. And the only reason I'm going Patriots because Bill Belichick. Now the Dolphins he's tired of he's gonna be tired of the Dolphins beating him. So and they always split. So I'm gonna say the Patriots on this game because they're gonna be at home.
Isn't it 2 Monday night games?
It's 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, one of them's on NBC, one of them's on ESPN, and one of them's on ABC.
Yeah, one comes on 7:15, the other's 8:15.
So you got Saints and Panthers.
Well, Sean, I don't see anybody that's going to hold Tyreek.
No, too fast.
And I think,
I just Patriots don't have enough.
Want to shade him, right? That just puts Waddle wide open. I mean, I just don't know how you cover that right now.
Track meet, baby.
That's a track meet. Yeah,
it's disgusting.
But do you took anything past Belichick?
No.
And that's my only thing. You know, that's my. I ain't gonna say it's my upset. But if it's but if it's a 2.5, if Miami is a 2.5 favorite on the road, then to me that's too close for me to say that Miami's gonna blow them out. Saints and Panthers. I'm going with the Saints.
Saints. That's easy.
Yeah, because of the young quarterback, and then.
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth. and what I call this game is the Rock'em Sock'em Robot game, the Steelers and Browns.
I'm going with the Browns.
And the Browns.
In Pittsburgh. Yeah,
I'm going with the Browns.
Yeah, go with the Browns.
Pittsburgh Browns defense is looking solid, boy.
Yeah, Pittsburgh O-line terrible too, so they probably their ass can't pick it again.
And Pickett did not play good at all Sunday.
Horrible.
Nah. He was horrible. Okay.
All right. Well, you know, I got another old man timer on here. Jeff, it's 10 o'clock, so it's past our bedtime.
Well, we appreciate you, Jeff.
It's not my choice.
Thanks for coming on.
I would love to stay up, but 4 o'clock gets here really early.
Yes, it does. I actually had to leave work and come home and take a nap to be able to do the show. So, I can go back to bed. No, but
I'll be on leave the next 2 weeks, so I got time.
See, look at this. See Kelly.
Kelly stay down 2 AARPs.
Man.
See, Kelly,
it's actually 3, but I don't get tired though.
I'm not tired. I just have to force myself to go to sleep.
Right.
AARP card at? Where my card at? Let me see. See, Kelly, I got my car right here, Kelly. See, my car right here, Kelly. My car right here, Kelly.
You know what? We need to start having Magic City AARP
sponsor
our show. We give them too much credit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we do.
No, well, it's been real.
I guess when I retire from the Army, that'll be my AARP card.
Yeah.
Now we ain't Magic City need to give us a booth or something.
Yeah.
Oh, but y'all know what?
We need to get some shirts.
Real quick, with that Chargers game, what's his name? What's their running back name?
Eckler.
Yeah. He's gonna probably be out.
Yeah, so if you play,
so they might change their game for them.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be out. He's gonna be out.
He's like 60% of their offense.
Yeah,
the backup running back is not bad though. They got a good backup running back.
Something with his knee, but yeah, he's gonna be out. Really? So that might change a little bit for them.
Shit, Kellen Moore ain't gonna run the ball anyway. Kellen Moore gonna be throwing. He gonna throw the ball like 50 times.
Yes.
Y'all know Kellen Moore. Oh man, this is a video game right here. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
Good observation.
Okay, well, Nikki, can you send us out?
I'll let Mr. Cowboy Nation do it tonight.
So I'm sending us out.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. So, Jeff, appreciate you for coming on. Next time, can you not wear the green stuff, please?
Yeah, that's going to be a real hard no for
me. I'm glad he didn't wear the all green.
Oh, just wait. I haven't even rocked my Kelly green yet. I'm waiting until week 3.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus.
Oh, Lord, the Kelly green.
Week 3.
God help us, please.
Yeah, I'm talking that and that creamsicle Bucks jersey got to be the 2 ugliest jerseys I've ever seen before in my life. Like that one in the creamsicle, yeah, bro, it's not hot.
Waiting for that creamsicle and for us to wear Kelly green. Make it like an old Color Rush game and bring it like old school for one night on a Monday night.
What on here? But Jeff, Jerome, not to cut you off, but Jeff, real quick, I did have a question for you about one of your players, Nakobe Dean. How are y'all feeling about that? Do y'all feel at some point, because he was supposed to be like a really, really big upside for y'all when y'all drafted him, you know? But it's been one injury after another.
Yeah. It's disappointing, right? But like I said, I think there's still plenty of upside there. We'll see how it goes. But if these injuries keep continuing, then it's going to be a real quick in and out.
He is to the Eagles what Jalen Smith was to us.
Okay.
And I mean, a big problem for him is he's light in the ass to be a linebacker, right? He's small and he's light in the ass. Like, I don't want to bring back the Patriots game, right? But every single one of their linebackers was at least 6'3" and weighed at least 260 pounds.
Yes.
And Nakobe Dean, I think, weighs like 225, 230. That makes a huge difference. Yes, he's fast and he can move east-west, like I said earlier, but if he's got no meat to put behind hits, like, what does that speed get you? Does that run over?
Right. Okay. I just thought about that when I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, dang, he stay out. But okay, I'm sorry, Jerome.
Nah, y'all good. Like, so we want to thank everybody for showing up. So same bad time, same bad channel next week, right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And let's make sure to give a rest in peace to Mike Williams, to him and his family. He did pass away this morning. He was one of those wide receivers that was great in the game, to the game. So definitely prayers up to him, to his family. And again, prayers to Sylvia. Again, on the loss of her dad.
Yep. God bless.
All right.
And I'm going to miss you guys next week. I will be in Detroit on business, so I will not be on next week. So
have fun, Mr. Tubi.
You got a movie role, man. You not telling me.
Right.
He gonna be on Tubi next week, boy. He ain't fooling nobody. He gonna be on Tubi.
What's going up there, Sean?
We're gonna flip the TV on Tubi, and we're gonna be like, wait a minute.
He playing a butler, a bartender, a bouncer. Sean?
Not the butler.
Nah, I'm gonna be. Nah, I ain't gonna even say it.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Oh shoot!
I will see y'all. I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. You make sure you guys watch Stars Talking Cowboys featuring Cowboys Nikki and the Blue Cup Boys and our Green Cup stepbrother.
There we go. I'll tell you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Good night.
God bless.
Good night. God bless. Good night.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. We'll see you next. I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks, but see you in the chat.